What's the first step to handling a problem effectively? Why do people interpret the same information differently? What happens if you keep delaying a problem?
Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to Green Pool's channel. I am Yuji, a Japanese retiree and the author of Green Pool, Simple Lessons Learned in My Ordinary Life. Today's theme is clarity in problem solving. If you are feeling anxious about a problem, the first thing to do is gather as much accurate information as possible from different angles. Without enough reliable info, finding a real solution is impossible. Plus, even if people have the same facts, they might see things differently. That's why it's important to keep bias and assumptions in check. Look at the situation objectively and organize the information clearly. When you do that, the real issue and its root cause become much easier to spot, making it possible to come up with a smart, effective solution. And remember, putting off a problem only makes it bigger and messier. So tackle it head-on as soon as you can. In line with today's theme, I'll share 4 short related essays from my book Green Pool. When you are promoted to a management position, it is natural for your staff to seek your advice on various issues that they cannot judge or determine on their own. Furthermore, if you are promoted to a senior manager or executive role, your managers will approach you with even more challenging problems to resolve. In both cases, you are left with no choice but to face these issues based on your own judgment. I recall a time when I was newly promoted to a management position, and sometimes felt overwhelmed by my staff raising operational management issues. I started losing confidence in my decision-making abilities. However, one fortunate day, I made the proactive decision to confront every issue that came my way without exception. I aimed to reduce my anxiety By focusing on gaining a comprehensive understanding of the entire scope of the issues, I actively listened to my staff's explanations and asked relevant questions. Using the MISI, mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive approach for fact-finding. By following this approach, I was able to visualize the complete scope of the issues in my mind or on paper, often in the form of diagrams or pictures. This visualization greatly aided me in the problem-solving process within management. Generally speaking, as people advance in an organization, their responsibilities gradually increase, leading to more complex problems and tougher decision-making. Consequently, mental stress rises due to the constant pressure. However, upon reflecting on my working years after retirement, I realized that my daily work served as practical training for problem solving and decision making. This allowed me to hone my management wisdom and skills. Naturally, even if I didn't fully appreciate it at the time, these skills and wisdom have proven to be quite valuable in my post-retirement life as well. Of course, it is important not to become overconfident in our abilities and skills based on limited work experience. To truly understand the nature of things, it's crucial to examine them from various perspectives. Even with a clear grasp of the facts, interpretations can vary significantly from person to person, leading to different psychological impacts based on individual viewpoints. For instance, optimistic individuals tend to perceive facts positively, focusing on favorable aspects and approaching challenges with a problem-solving mindset. Conversely, those with a pessimistic outlook may dwell on negatives, resulting in psychological distress and less effective problem-solving strategies. Exposure to biased or incomplete information, along with the spread of misinterpretations without a full understanding of the facts, can create anxiety and increase the likelihood of making serious errors in judgment. This underscores the importance of seeking a comprehensive understanding of the facts before forming solid opinions or making decisions. If we avoid or postpone problems that need to be solved, they generally become more complicated and larger, leading to increased psychological stress. Therefore, instead of suppressing our worries and troublesome feelings, we should proactively face the problem head-on. Just as one would unravel loose threads, we should clarify the facts and causes, think of an optimal solution, and quickly implement a plan to resolve the issue. It is wise to address problems at an early stage because they are easier to manage. I hope today's essays resonated with you and offered new inspiration. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time on the Green Pools channel. Until then, take care. また会いましょう。ありがとうございました。